Welcome to Mind Awakened, where we delve into life's deeper insights. Ever feel like some people treat you like a doormat, ignoring your boundaries, tossing out those underhanded comments, and acting like your time isn't valuable? And somehow, you're just supposed to grin and bear it? Not here. In today's video, we're cutting through the noise to explore how to command respect without losing your cool or compromising your values. I'll share straightforward strategies to stand your ground and maintain your peace. No drama, no guilt. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. It supports the channel and keeps you updated on new content about building confidence and setting firm boundaries. Let's dive in. Number 1, silent power. Handle disrespect with confidence using one of the most effective techniques, the silent stare. You might wonder, really just staring? Yes, trust me, when someone is openly rude or trying to provoke you, nothing throws them off more than a calm, steady, unbothered stare. Here's why it works. Disrespectful people often seek a reaction. They want you to get flustered, feel small, or snap back. They're trying to pull you into their drama and disrupt your peace. But when you hold their gaze silently, showing no reaction, you're demonstrating that their behavior doesn't affect you. It's a quiet power move, flipping the dynamic without uttering a word. This might seem passive-aggressive, but it's actually about setting boundaries simply. With that calm, unwavering stare, you're saying, I'm not playing this game with you. It's like drawing an invisible line in the sand that they can feel, even without words. Let me give you a real example. I was in a group meeting once where one person kept interrupting and talking over me as if his voice mattered more than everyone else's. I tried to rejoin the conversation politely, but he kept cutting me off. Finally, I leaned back, crossed my arms, and held his gaze for a few solid seconds. No blinking, no expression, just looking. The tension began to rise, and after a few moments, he stumbled over his words, glanced around, and avoided eye contact with me for the rest of the meeting. He didn't interrupt me again, and treated me with more respect afterward. This technique works because it taps into accountability, holding a mirror to their behavior without saying a word. It's not about shaming them, but letting them face their actions. People who bulldoze others often do so thoughtlessly. By giving them that calm, neutral look, you force them to feel the weight of their behavior, which is uncomfortable for many. The silent stare not only handles disrespect, but also reinforces your self-worth. It reminds you that you don't owe anyone an emotional reaction or justification for your boundaries. Over time, this habit strengthens your confidence and keeps you grounded. I used to laugh off rude comments or try to explain myself, which drained my energy and left me feeling smaller. Learning to let silence fill the room without backing down was a game changer. It's a small act of defiance that says, I'm here, I respect myself, and I won't let negativity drag me down. If someone's being disrespectful, pushing your boundaries, or treating you as less, try the silent stare. Look at them with calm assurance and let them feel the weight of their behavior. You'll be amazed at how quickly they back off and how empowered you'll feel. Silent power in handling disrespect confidently sends a powerful message. I respect myself too much to be pulled into negativity. And that's a message worth sending. Embrace silence as your response, the unseen power in not reacting. When dealing with disrespect, silence can be surprisingly effective. It's not passive. It's a deliberate choice, a quiet declaration of self-respect that speaks louder than words. Those who provoke often seek to unsettle or create drama. By choosing not to respond, you erect an invisible barrier, leaving them to confront their behavior alone. Your silence communicates that their negativity doesn't deserve your energy. Disrespectful individuals thrive on reactions. By withholding that, you maintain control and refuse to feed into their negativity. This approach isn't about passivity, but about intentionally reclaiming your peace. Once, someone undermined my work. Instead of reacting, I met his gaze, raised an eyebrow, and remained silent. The discomfort of my non-response made him look away, and he didn't try it again. Choosing silence asserts your self-worth, showing that your peace isn't negotiable. Often, we feel compelled to justify ourselves to those who don't value us, but silence draws a clear line. I won't entertain disrespect. It's a powerful reminder that you value your calm over fleeting opinions. Embracing silence as a response builds a filter around your mind and heart. Letting every jab or disrespectful comment affect you drains your energy and invites negativity. Silence, however, shields your peace in ways words cannot. Admittedly, learning to stay silent wasn't easy. I used to think that not defending myself made me seem weak, but I found that reacting left me feeling drained and frustrated. When I began to let comments pass by like background noise, I felt stronger and lighter. Each moment I chose silence over reaction, I reclaimed a piece of my power. Here's a challenge. Next time someone disrespects you, take a deep breath, make eye contact, and let silence speak. Don't respond. Let your calm, unbothered silence fill the space. You might be surprised at how powerful it feels and how quickly they become uncomfortable. Embrace silence not to ignore, but to preserve your peace and dignity. Sometimes, saying nothing is the strongest statement you can make. Your life is yours to live, and the only person who needs to understand your decisions is you. Why do people feel entitled to demand explanations? It's because your choices challenge their worldview. Perhaps you're taking a risk they're too afraid to take, or stepping out of a mold they've created for themselves. Your independence makes them uncomfortable, and their questions are attempts to pull you back into their comfort zone. But just because others feel uneasy doesn't mean you owe them an explanation. Your life isn't a public service announcement, and you don't have to make everyone comfortable with your decisions. I once switched careers, leaving a stable job for something I was passionate about. People questioned my choice, asking how I would make it work. Initially, I tried explaining my passion and plans, but it was never enough. Then I simply started saying, because I wanted to. The silence that followed was golden. People stopped questioning me because I took away their power to challenge my choices. That's the beauty of not explaining yourself. It's liberating. You stand firm in your truth, knowing your decisions are valid simply because they're yours. When you stop justifying, you give yourself permission to live authentically, free from others' expectations. When you stop explaining yourself, you redirect your energy into truly living the life you desire. Remember, your choices don't need anyone's approval. You don't have to justify every decision. Confident people don't constantly defend their actions. They know the only approval that matters is their own. I used to be someone who explained every choice, seeking others' validation. But I realized that explaining myself only made me doubt my decisions. Now, when asked about a choice, I offer a brief response. If pressed, I smile and move on. Life became lighter, and I grew more confident. I challenge you, Next time someone questions your choices, simply say, "Because I wanted to." Feel the strength in that simplicity. Your decisions are valid because you made them. Create space for your peace by distancing yourself from those who don't respect you. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. One of the healthiest decisions you can make is to step back from those who undermine your worth or push your boundaries. This isn't about being dramatic or unkind. It's a profound act of self-respect. Distancing yourself isn't about being closed off or rude. It's about choosing who you let into your life and protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Think of your life as an exclusive club where not everyone gets a VIP pass, and that's perfectly fine. Some people don't deserve access to your peace. Imagine hosting a mental and emotional buffet where those who don't respect you feel free to take criticisms, judgments, and unsolicited advice, draining your energy. Eventually, you'll feel exhausted, confused, and questioning your worth. But by keeping your distance, you gain the clarity to see situations as they truly are, without emotional manipulation or guilt clouding your judgment. I once kept someone in my life who didn't uplift me. Every conversation felt like an interrogation, filled with subtle digs at my choices. Initially, I brushed it off, thinking I was being too sensitive, but the negativity wore me down. I started doubting myself, tiptoeing around them to avoid sharp comments, feeling like I was constantly walking on eggshells. Then, I decided to make a change. Instead of explaining myself or confronting them, I began to pull back, reducing my time with them. At first, I felt guilty, but over time, I felt lighter and freer. In that newfound space, I realized I didn't need to justify my choices to anyone and deserved to be around people who encouraged my growth. Creating distance is not an act of selfishness, though society often labels it as such. Loyalty has its place, but not at the cost of your mental health. No one, not even family, should have the right to drain you or disrespect your boundaries. Remember, protecting your peace is a form of self-respect. You're not here to be anyone's emotional punching bag. You're here to nurture your own growth, which requires space from negativity. Creating distance isn't just about cutting people out. It's about prioritizing yourself. You don't owe anyone access to your time, thoughts, or energy if they don't respect them. By stepping back, you affirm your value, making room for relationships that support and inspire you. Surrounding yourself with those who genuinely care leads to a more fulfilled life, boosting your confidence and clarity. I used to feel guilty about distancing myself from those who treated me poorly, but I learned that creating space isn't just about removing negativity, it's about allowing growth. Reflect on those in your life who consistently drain your energy and ask yourself if they truly deserve access to your peace and time. You decide who stays close, and your peace is worth protecting. Start creating that space for yourself today. People who try to bring us down often aim to shake our confidence and make us doubt our worth. They rely on harsh words, insults, or subtle judgments. The good news is that their success depends on our reaction. One of the most powerful ways to counteract this is by holding your head high. It may seem simple, but it's incredibly effective. When you stand tall and walk with confidence, you declare to the world that you know your worth. Your opinion of yourself matters most. When faced with disrespect, whether through passive-aggressive comments or outright insults, the natural instinct might be to react defensively or shrink away. However, by standing firm and refusing to let their words affect you, their power over you fades. People who disrespect others often do so to feel better about themselves, thriving on making others feel small. But when you hold your head high, you take away their ability to control your emotions. It acts as a shield against their toxic energy. Initially, it might feel uncomfortable, and you might worry that others will perceive you as arrogant. But it's not about arrogance, it's about protecting your peace. Self-respect sets the tone for how others treat you. People will eventually learn that you won't tolerate disrespect, and they'll either treat you better or fade away. Confidence isn't about being loud or boastful. It's about quiet self-assurance. It's knowing you don't need anyone's approval to validate your existence. When you walk into a room with your head held high, you're telling the world, I belong here, and nothing you say or do can change that. Start practicing this today. Stand tall, and don't let others' negativity affect you. As you begin to notice a shift, your confidence will grow, bringing you peace. You'll become less affected by criticism and more able to appreciate your own worth. The more you respect yourself, the less you'll tolerate disrespect from others. Here's a challenge. The next time someone disrespects you with a snide comment, dismissal, or insult, don't react. Instead, take a deep breath, stand tall, and look them in the eye, remembering their words hold no power over you. You're the one who defines your worth. The more you practice this, the stronger your sense of self becomes, keeping you focused on your path, free from negativity. Stand tall, protect your peace, and keep moving forward, because respect starts with you. Remember, the power to maintain your peace, respect yourself, and build healthier relationships is in your hands. By setting boundaries, staying grounded, keeping your distance when needed, and holding your head high, you take control of your life. You deserve respect, and it starts with respecting yourself. Life isn't about tolerating negativity or letting people overstep your boundaries. It's about choosing who you allow in your life, how they treat you, and how you respond. Embrace these principles and feel lighter, empowered, and at peace. If this message resonated with you, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Share in the comments which principle you'll focus on first and your experiences with setting healthy boundaries. Thank you for watching. Remember, changing how people treat you begins with how you treat yourself. Stay true to who you are and never settle for less than you deserve.